Hey gang, Jason here for the Love of Tractors, and one of the great viewers had a great idea. Why don't I compare the brand new 8rt410 to my really custom 8335 RT? Great idea. So let's do that. Now, I said in my previous video that I believe this 8RT410 is the new standard in farm toy detail. And I think if you go back and look at that video, you can definitely kind of, I think you would agree. Compared to a lot of the other things that have come out, like for example, here's the RX of that, and it's nice. I mean, this isn't the Prestige, obviously, but it's nice. Here is the Authentic. Now, I think where the Authentic shines is it does have the steerable front end, but obviously we don't have that on a tractor. Nice wheels, all that sort of thing. But there's still some detail that could have been here. Now, I'm not saying that, this is the end all be all, and I think things like the 8530, and some of the other Prestige lineup, the Case IH 450, I think those eclipse this in detail, but this new Prestige line is kind of going to be, I think, the new collector line, not necessarily the Authentic line. I saw a lot of people the other day saying, well, this is the new Authentics. It isn't. The Authentic line, I think, is just dead, unfortunately. Unless Earl has something else in the works for that. But this is really nice. Now, I think, the only thing that would maybe take this to Authentic is if this hood opened up and if your door opened up. Otherwise, you're pretty well there. But I think this looks pretty awesome. Again, the handrails. Now, here's the kit. This came from Hector on Shapeways, and now unfortunately Shapeways is kaput, and if you want one of these kits, I don't know how to get one anymore, and that's unfortunate because they're really cool. They were a little pricey, but that's to be expected. But essentially this kit replaces the entire undercarriage of this tractor, including up here where you cut that out and you add the weights to it. So, and I'd mentioned in the previous video that we had a really nice casting here of those underbelly weights on this tractor. And I mentioned that because I remember cutting the casting on this to do that. Now, this tractor's had a little bit of wear and tear to it. First off, I took it to a few shows, so I kind of had some bumpy rides. Second, and this is not good, these decals, which I'm pretty sure, I don't want to say who I got them from, but I don't think they make decals anymore anyway. The decals are fading something terrible on this. And this tractor does not sit in the sun. This sits on my shelf, and it actually doesn't see the sun. So that's concerning to me. And then also, the front, the top of these weights are fading just a little bit. And that, I suspect, is a cleaning issue. When I cleaned this tractor for paint, the Shapeways, whatever they used to call it, Frosted Ultra Detail, I don't know what they call it now. I guess they don't call it anything now, but whatever they called it, had some waxy buildup on it, and I usually was pretty good at getting that off, but here we are a few years down the line, and that paint is fading a little bit, so it may be time to do some touch-up on this tractor. Anyway, the thing I really wanted to compare is I feel like the handrails on this Ertl, they're a little thicker, yes, than the handrails on the custom kit, but man, they are close, and I'm really impressed with how sturdy these are and how they kind of got those to pass the safety regs and all that stuff that they need to make a tractor. Now, of course, the Ertl tractor has the mirror on the side, as does the kit from Hector. Now, the back end is where these two are really going to separate themselves. The Ertl back end is fine. We talked about the 3-point hitch in the video. I just realized that I'm practically off screen, and I apologize for that. The 3-point hitch is fine. It looks okay. Could use a little touch-up paint. You can paint over the rivets and look great. The Hector rear end is fantastic. Now, of course, this whole rear end is replaced. I mean, the whole undercarriage of this tractor is replaced with a 3D printed part. But I don't know how well this will show up. Sorry about bumping the camera. Because, well, we don't have the best light right here at this second. But anyway, the detail here is pretty phenomenal. You've got all your outlets there. You've got the 3-point and all that stuff. Now, this 3-point does not move. I think later on he came out with a version of that moved. I'm not particular on that sort of thing. And again, I'm the guy that doesn't even care if my stuff rolls because, I don't know, I'm not going to roll it. It's going to sit on my display or on a shelf. But the drawbar and the PTO area, all of this back here are exceptional quality. Now, picking up under here, I'm going to try to hold it where I can show you. So all of that has been replaced under there. And of course, we've got the little bit widened out tracks on that and, you know, so on and so forth. So you just get this really awesome detail all around. I mean, especially with the new wheels and the bogey wheels and the new tracks on there. It really looks great. Now, the only thing, and I mean, like, you know, I'm not complaining one bit. I don't know when I did my 9000 T kit, but some of you may remember that I had steps and I had redone a couple 9000 RTs, and I actually had the holes in the steps and all that. So I guess that would be the one thing that maybe could be improved on this kit. But with that said, when Hector first came out with these kits, I'm really not sure that the fine detail, the 3D printing technology was there to do that consistently. So again, not complaining, it still looks amazing. But now, certainly with all the detail that's available, that could definitely be done. But that's kind of a quick rundown between the two. I mean, obviously the new hood. Oh, I knocked off a mirror. What a shocker. Fat Fingers takes care of it. That's the problem with the custom that you're not going to have with this. This guy's pretty stout. He's kind of a beast. But that's the difference between 8rt410 spending all those thousands of dollars on R&D and tooling and buying a kit and doing some 3D printed parts and putting it all together. So, not a big deal. Obviously, built it once, can build it again, or can put that back on again. But anyway, you guys have to let me know what you think down below, minus the broken mirror. Like I said, I think this is the new standard for 8rt410 fresh out of the box toys. Now, I mean, obviously, SpecCast does better detail than this, but I think this is a good step for 8rt410. This is nice. This is really nice. But you know, if you want to go all the way, there's no doubt that a full-on custom kit is where it's at. So just don't have those fat, clumsy fingers like I do, where you knock your mirror off. Anyway, guys, I guess I'm gonna go fix this mirror. But have yourselves an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Happy tractor hunting.